Alright, welcome to a speedrun for Lords of the Realm 2 that I actually made quite a bit of a time ago, to be honest. I just didn't release it because at the time I'd done so many different speedruns for Lords of the Realm, and I thought like, another one? Come on now, let's move. I wanted to move on to something else. So here, this is the first level, Quaintville. This is the original campaign, of course. Quaintville is going to be over very, very fast. So basically all I needed was some maces. Boom, right there, maces and swordsmen, and it was done. Moving on to Rose. I actually had another version of Rose that I didn't use in any of my speedruns because for whatever reason, you know, I'm only going to post the fastest speedrun. I'm not going to post the other ones, right? But there is one version of Rose that is very, very, very fast but for some reason I just didn't get a speedrun with it that was really good. But in that version you can auto calc both palisades, but it's very, very specific as to where you have your starting location and the starting location of the knight and the baron. One of the funny things, some people who don't really know this game actually think that the baron and the knight and all the different characters are the same. I assure you they are not. The different compositions of their armies, they will put them in different times. That kind of means that they're not interchangeable. So basically this one only worked if you're on the bottom and you're on the bottom on Rose and the knight is on the left. That's all I'm going to say right now, basically, in case someone tries to do this. But basically they're not interchangeable because of the units that they pick. All right, those two are done really fast. I mean, obviously one of the things about speedrunning this game is it's just, a lot of it is just speed. There's not a lot of downtime, right? Like not a lot of on these runs. It's just kind of fast, move. And there's not a lot of, in some of the more modern games not a lot of things where you can just like set things up to like automatically generate. Nope, not happening. Everything is just pure move. So generally on this one, this is Ireland. I generally go to the right. Like you generally go counterclockwise. It really depends on where you start in Ireland as to which way you want to go, but generally you don't want to go to the top left. So I'm putting my peasants here to spill the boiling oil so I don't lose as many units. By the way, that guard tower that I used at the beginning, I just kind of inferred that was, I don't want to say it's my invention. I mean, I'm sure someone's done that before, but the idea, of course, is whenever there's a hole in their peasants, like their units try to fill it. They try to fill it with whatever they have, like a pikeman, swordsman, whatever. Awesome. But on this one, all the archers run away as soon as I put the guard tower over there. So the whole point on this particular one is to lead to less losses of my units. Before I was just hitting it with the battering ram and just right away, and I would take a little bit more losses, but this is just to minimize my losses on this. And the same thing, of course, for the peasants. Spilling the oil is to minimize my losses when I take it, of course.
I am
Boom.
ruined, my noble friend, but I am not bitter.
So Ireland's another fast one. I'm not even sure I really have to do what I'm doing right here, technically, but a little bit of insurance is good. You just want to have enough units to do that final, take that final castle down. Sometimes at the top left portion where the knight is, they will run out with an army. So you can go and start heading towards the bottom right. So that's why I always go counterclockwise. So I had needed all those units to ensure that I could auto-calc that last victory there. If you saw that, I just took the castle out by an auto-calc. I wanted to make sure you have enough units to do it, obviously. So when you're moving really fast, sometimes you don't really think about these things as much. I might have had already enough units, but as I said, sometimes they send an army out and you would have to, then I would screw it all up. Right? Like I could have saved a second, but then again, maybe not. Right? It really depends on how hardcore you want to be. Like how many times do you want to play this? Right? Like to hope and pray that you're going to get the perfect scenario. Right? Like everything's going to go your way. If you want to play it 10 million times and hope that you get that scenario to save that extra second, be my guest. But for me, I'm going to make it more, I'm going to create more assurance so that it doesn't happen. This is probably honestly, it's really funny that this ended up being one of the fastest ones because this is pretty messy, this Italy right here. This is going to be kind of messy Italy. Because I did Italy differently than I normally do. And just in general, Italy, for whatever reason, is always a little bit more unpredictable, I guess. Because I think it's because of the locations. As I mentioned, the different characters are not the same. Here we go. See that guard tower I put down there? That's so you get those swordsmen will stop blocking the second gate there in the Norman Keep. So as I said, they fill a hole. But see, normally I use macemen, but I bought those pikemen to go in this one. That makes it a little bit more bizarre. This Italy was a little bit different from the rest of them because I would normally only do macemen, basically. All right, so now I'm going to actually wait here for a second to build up. Because I'm like, okay, for the merchant. And so I can get my maces right here. Get some maces.
Buy these goods, my lord.
And head on out.
Swedish mercenaries is available for hire, my lord.
Maces are, of course, and of course I'm going to take whatever armored unit I can get and put them into the army. If I couldn't get macemen, I'll take archers. I'll take pikemen. I'll take swordsmen. Whatever I need. All right, heading out to the Baron. Baron is definitely like one of, I think for all speedrunners, people who do speedruns, these guys probably one of our favorites because he's the easiest to kill. He's just like not aggressive, right? Like he's super non-aggressive. He's easy to take and his towns are always beautiful. Right? Like we love to take over the Baron's territory, honestly. By the way, I'm using hotkeys, as you saw, like how I get the macemen so fast. The game automatically has some hotkeys assigned to the units. So you can just use their auto hotkeys if you want. I'm using it to just grab my macemen and to grab my battering ram really quickly.
We welcome you. We have had no.
All right, now I'm heading down into the area where you're just like, okay, where should I do? Where this time, look, should I go that way? Nope. Should I go that way? No. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. It was a quick decision right there. Right there, just deciding. Generally, most of these runs, a lot of this stuff is, kind of pre-thought out. Like you don't really do as much thinking because the more thinking, the more decision making I have to make, the slower the time is, generally speaking. So, you just want to kind of move as fast as you can and get the job done. This next part's going to be kind of funny, I'm not going to lie.
Combine these armies.
To be honest, I'm not sure. I didn't look at my units here. I'd have to look at them, but this Italy could have gone faster. But, I mean, again, you find almost always when you're playing this, you'll find some nitpicky things. See, I'm going to wait for the Countess. Oh, she lost, right? That army was destroyed, and now I'm going to take the Norman Keep. But anyway, it's just like you always find some nitpicky thing when you play this game, and you're just like, you know, I could have done that faster. But then, like, you do it faster, and then a lot of times you end up getting behind in other parts of the run. And see, like, this is a really messy Italy. I thought I could take that with the knight. Nope. You know, like, if I slowed it down, I probably could have just, like, maneuvered past, but not at 5, you know, the top speed like that. But here we go, heading down to the Countess. It's again played a little bit more conservatively than you had to. Like, I didn't have to do any of that.
This castle? What started as a...
And if I wanted to be really crazy, I probably could have just auto-calced this battle right here. Honestly, I could have auto-calced it, but it's risky because you don't know if she's gonna pull out another army on you and just bash your skull in. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what you're gonna do. They said this is probably the very messy Italy right here. Very messy. So, like, that could have gone a lot better too. Like, if I had auto-calced it, it probably would have been a lot faster.
The county?
I am intent.
All right, here she is with a peasant army. Boom, goodbye, peasant army.
This is one of your armies.
And time to go. I don't see what the composition of my army is here.
The mob.
Like, I could see it right here when I take this up. Okay, mostly peasants. I mean, and just a lot of my army was peasants. This one, she overcomplicated. I should have brought 2, now I gotta go on and raid them. So if they have 2 different types of units, like they have a maceman and a swordsman, or in this case, I guess they had crossbows too, that you're gonna need 2 guard towers to get them out of the way. The Countess does that a lot. The Countess likes to use a larger variety of units than most of the other enemies. So as you said, this one's kind of like just a go. This is England. You can just go immediately if you're at the top left here. You might have to wait a couple turns if you're in another position, depending on which one. If you're at where the Countess is right now, you'd have to wait like a few turns. I gotta ally the Countess to stop her because she's gonna send an army to the top, to that village right here. But if you're allied, the army goes right by you. There you go. Boom. Now I'm gonna take over her castle in a couple of turns. And I know that she's gonna lose her army there. And it's just gonna go. Like, if you play this over and over again, you know kind of like the patterns of what's gonna happen every time you play it. So this is like how you siege a stone castle. Basically, this is damn near like this is the perfect way to siege it. You see how I moved that little peasant up to get the boiling oil to follow him down into that corner. So I can get all the boiling oil into that corner. And boom, I got some archers down there, of course. And now I can go in. I don't need to bring the entire army over to fill the moat. It doesn't matter, only a certain amount of can do it. Of course, I want my macemen to do it because I want to get that flag as fast as possible. So unfortunately, since she drafted literally everyone out of this, I can buy my weapons here, but I can't get anyone out of here. Her happiness is 0. It's like that every single time, by the way. The other pattern, of course, is as I go down to the night, there will be no merchant at the night. There's never a merchant down in this corner, essentially. So you just gotta go. You gotta have a revolution in your lands so you can. But I will be able to draft people out of this town because I bought the maces already. I can draft people out. Boom, in this case, it looks like, yep, might have to go fishing for one more barrel of oil. The peasant is the best one to do it. You can do it with any unit, but the peasant's the best because the macemen are kind of fast, so you kind of have to mobilize them. Boiling oil can barely follow them, essentially. And the peasants are pretty good at that. He looks like he has a lot of units in that top left corner. And a lot of times, of course, the amount of units is partially dependent on how many units I have, too. If I have a lot of units, each unit's going to be represents more units, so it's going to look like a smaller amount of units.
My run of bad luck. How can I have lost? It's not fair.
But see, this is a big town, so I can just, boom,
Combine these
I can draft some people out. And I can get a lot of tax revenue.
We have had a band of Burgundy mercenaries.
Yeah, there's also mercenaries that come in. They said there's a lot of this stuff, if you do it the same way every time, the pattern is the same, except sometimes they do throw you off a little bit. Interestingly enough, it's almost like a random encounters like this. This is a random encounter. A lot of times that doesn't happen. There's not an army here being sent here at you like that. But we make short work of them and continue.
Siege this castle?
Ready, my lord? Come on, lads!
Alright, I know. The thing is that you're gonna see this, it's a pattern, you just see it over and over and over again. You can't blame me, right? Like, you see an effective strategy that can result in you losing practically nobody, and you're gonna use it over and over again. For me, I consider this pretty much a textbook method to take this castle. Like, this is the textbook method you use if you don't want to lose a lot of units. Okay, I can go now. I don't know. Come on, go up there.
This can't be.
Alright, it's time to go to the next one. I don't even know why I'm bothering with that. Sometimes you just end up doing the same thing over and over again. I think maybe I was hoping there would be more mercenaries or something. And I would have the money to buy them. But now it's time to go up to the stone castle.
This castle?
And this is the battering ram method. So, you've seen the catapult method. The battering ram method obviously is like more traditional. I would call it like the more traditional method of sieging a stone castle. But obviously you can see it results in a lot more losses of units. But it is actually faster than the catapult method. So I will only use it I will use it during the run, of course, but I only use it, generally at the end, like towards the end, or if I just have a whole ton of units, right? Because it's slightly faster than the other method. And of course, this is a speed run, so that's what matters, right? Is the speed. France is a little bit more interesting, I guess you could say, because I get a little bit more of a setup. This is the first one where I actually do a little bit of setting up, if you will, right? Like I actually get some. So you saw that I bought some wheat, I bought some iron so I can make some maces. And now I'm gonna do what's called the food trick, I guess you could call it, the food ration trick, whatever, where you can get the triple normal, I guess you could call it, where you basically feed your people less food and you still get a triple ration. Like I guess I don't know. I guess I'm sorry. You get like a normal ration. It's like a normal ration, only you feed them less food.
A band of Burgundy mercenaries.
I mean, it's a speed run. Of course, I could use whatever tricks are available to achieve the objective, right? Besides cheating, of course. I mean, it is a glitch, if you will, but it's not cheating, right? So, all right. So now I'm about ready to go. Of course, I'm out of iron already. So, boom. Now it's time to go. They said I consider that a little bit of a setup. Well, at least more of a setup than usual. Right?
Buy these goods, my
Now
lord.
I gotta buy my
Band of Danish
my stuff.
mercenaries is available for hire, my
Boom. It's time to go. And the pattern is pretty much the same here. I mean, I could go to the right. I could go to the Countess if I wanted to. I accepted an alliance with her just now. But I'm gonna head down to Toulouse, or I don't know how to say it. Sorry, friends. But I mean, I'm gonna go down here and take this castle. This castle is probably one of the reason you go down here is it gives you access to the rest of almost everyone else, but it's also in a location that, like I don't want to go backwards, I guess, and I don't really want to go into the fray right away. Like I want to accumulate more troops before I enter into the fray when I start fighting everybody else, I guess you could say.
This can't be.
There goes the bishop. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a little bit of mathing, although not as fast as I would have liked to have done the math. This is actually kind of funny. Like you'll see me go back and I'm just like, okay, how many maces do I need to buy? I totally did not add it correctly. I mean, sometimes when you're rushing, you're just like, oh gosh, oh god, what is it? So, right, like you're rushing and you're thinking, okay, what do I need to do? And I realize, okay, I didn't quite buy as many maces as I could have bought. And then I go back and buy some more maces. There we go. Boom. I could have bought one more mace. Oh well, one single mace.
Combine these armies.
Boom. Doing a lot of mathing here. It's a lot of quick math in my head. And heading out to defeat the knight.
Siege this castle.
Ready, my lord. Blackbird, forward.
See, my army is pretty big right now. 1209. It's pretty good. 1500 is the max, as you will find out. And as soon as I draft out of here, obviously I'll have I will have hit the 1500 limit, or maybe not. I don't know. I mean, it depends. If they have at least 292 units to draft out, I'll have 1500. Boom. The knight made this pretty easy. He almost always does. Like, man, the easy siege.
My run of bad luck. How can I have lost?
Okay, here we go.
It's not fair, and it's not right.
I can draft out a few units.
Buy these goods, my lord.
Oh, yeah, not quite. Yeah, he doesn't have 292 units, so it's like,
Combine these armies.
boom. Like, really close to 1500. Right there.
Siege this castle.
Well, I guess I must have mismathed. I don't know. I guess I must have lost more units than I thought we did in the last battle. So we're at 1220. There you go. Boom. Yeah, I do lose units fast.
You have aggro and you have governed.
Here comes the Countess with her big army here. I'm ready to roll down to take her out.
These goods, my lord.
Okay, so now that would result in an army above
This is one of your
1500.
Your captain.
Nope.
This is one of your
So again, it comes down to math. We're doing some math again.
This is one of your armies.
So I'm just like, okay. How many peasants do I gotta throw out of this army? Okay, there we go.
Combine these armies.
That's correct. 1500 exact. A lot of arithmetic. I'm doing a lot
Ready,
of
my
arithmetic this
lord?
one.
Yes, sir. Baseman, forward! Come on, lads! No problem, Gov. Come on, lads! Baseman, forward! Yes, sir. Ready, my lord? No problem, Gov. Come on, lads! No problem, Gov. Yes, sir. Ready, my lord?
Not 1500 anymore. Okay, but now I can bring my units back in. Okay, so now I assessed how big my army is. I can tell it's a huge army. So I've decided that I can go ahead and use the battering ram method. Right, it's a big army. I feel like I can use it twice. See, like,
Let's get digging!
that will save me not a lot of time. I think like maybe it was like 30 seconds each siege. So I would have done it at the last one anyway. So maybe only 30 seconds is saved. But 30 seconds is 30 seconds, right?
Yes, sir. No problem, Gov.
All right, time to go.
I pity these poor shires that
We welcome you. You're the mob.
All right, time to take the Baron out.
Castle.
I'm like, oh, should I stop him?
See
Nah.
this castle.
Like I can do it after I take this.
Wait till this time.
But again,
Let's get digging.
I'm gonna use the battering ram method again
Yes, sir.
because it's just simply because it's faster.
Let's get digging. Let's get digging.
There we go. Right, I mean, you can probably tell that it's faster. They burn boiling oil on their own defenders, by the way. I don't know, I was being very cautious there. I probably could have just, I probably could have auto-calced. I'm not sure. I didn't do the math. Yeah, there's like auto-calc math. It tells you whether you're gonna win. All right. We're here in the Crusades in Jerusalem. People are always fighting over this territory. In Lords of the Realm 2 and real life. Alright, here we are. I lost a... As you can see, Jerusalem is very specific for that merchant. Like, it has to be, like, right next to you in order for you to get to the merchant. The merchant is really a pain in the butt in general in this level. But again, I'm gonna, just like in France, we're gonna do some, gonna do some build up, right? We gotta set up and build mesas. Only this time we actually have a source of iron. I try to make the amount of iron and wood about even because that's maces, of course, require an equal amount of iron and wood. There we go. Not sure. I might have been able to go right there. In fact, I'm kind of surprised I didn't. But I mean, maybe I was decided I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. But normally I think I would have gone right there. So I'm just like, okay, we gotta make as many maces as we can here because I'm gonna have to leave. Like as soon as possible. Because I'm just like, because the merchant is gone and he's not coming back soon. Okay, there we go. Merchant here. I've waited a lot longer than I normally do. But, I mean, you can be cautious. I guess you could say there's a little bit caution. The setup here is a little bit different too. Like as far as like which nobles are in which direction. Most of the time I played, the Countess was where the bishop is right now. And the Countess will get on you. Like she'll attack you almost immediately. So I guess I kind of waited longer because of the locations of the nobles. It gave me more time to build up units, and I decided to do that.
Ready, my lord.
So I have no, as I mentioned, this time I gotta do luring it with a maceman as opposed to a peasant. And that kind of was a little more difficult. That's why I had to go like back and forth. I'm just still trying to get that last boiling oil in there. Oh, it got stuck. See, too late, basically. There we go. So for the royal castle, this is, again, I would call this the new textbook way of doing it. What you see here is the textbook way of getting it. Not really the textbook, I guess, but you know, like this is the way that a lot of people know how to do it. And that is, you gotta make a little hole in the left-hand side, or technically you could do the right-hand side, I suppose, or even the top. I've done it in the top before too, if I screwed up the left-hand side. And boom, you're able. The whole point is to get there, you dig a moat, and you're gonna put a battering ram in there. So you can take out the second gate there. Except in this case, I forgot to put a battering ram in there. I forgot the battering ram. So it's going to result in more losses. So I guess it was good that I had extra units. Otherwise, this probably would have failed.
We have had we welcome you. The people. We welcome you. Siege this castle?
Yep.
My lord. Come on, lads. Ready, my lord. Come on, lads. Come on, lads. Come on.
Right, I'm going fishing for the boiling oil again. This time, hoping to get all my boiling oil in there. Okay. See, that's all 6 of them. See, sometimes I put a hole here on the bottom, and then it's to stop the archers from getting to that last area, that bottom left part of the house of the, the castle, so that they can't shoot at me. Okay, about time to get in there. See, I'm gonna put my battering ram there. Do you see how I put it at that edge right there? That's to stop units from coming from the top right, the bottom right to the middle.
You may think I'm beaten, but I'm not.
Because oftentimes they put their units there.
I'll take you and your whole
And I'll
army
take any
myself
units
with
I can get.
Wait,
Of course.
where is it?
Boom.
Ah! We welcome you. We welcome you. The recent...
The mob. Siege this castle?
Ready, my lord? Godly! Godly! Yes, sir. Your order, sir? Ready, my lord? Godly! Godly! No problem, God.
So far, despite, the mistake I made on the bottom, this has been a pretty smooth crusades, right? Like, not a lot of movement on the part of my enemies. This is probably one of the main reasons why this run ended up being faster than the previous one. Is, as I said, sometimes there's certain levels of unpredictability depending on the locations of the nobles. And so I guess this particular crusades was pretty much pretty smooth going, right? Like, thus far there hasn't been there's no troops mobilizing from the nobles, right? So this has been very smooth crusades. Like it said, Italy was very messy, but the crusades takes longer than Italy. So obviously doing better on the crusades is better. Messier Italy, who cares if you do much better on the crusades?
We welcome you. We have no...
One more noble to go. I even got the merchant.
Is available for hire, my lord.
Like, because the timing of the merchant, it is very, very unusual to get the merchant at this location.
Is available for hire, my lord.
Probably one of my favorites things to say. And so I have a backup army essentially right here.
We have had...
This is a backup army just to make sure that I call it sometimes an enforcer army, because it's like an army that just comes in and see, I'm looking around making sure there's no stray units I gotta kill before this comes in, because sometimes I don't see them. They've put like units somewhere and I gotta follow them. I just go here and nothing, no surprises whatsoever. Right, like absolutely flawless. This was a flawless crusades, and again, this is probably one of the main reasons why this one ended up being faster than the other ones that I did. you know, you can't buy it that flawless.
No problem, gun.
All right, so we're about to end this one. Look at me, I don't know. I'm just, look at me, like I'm gonna do like the shortcut method without the battering ram. If you do it right, it's actually faster. See? You can only do that again, you only want to do that in the last one. But that was definitely faster than using the battering ram. I'm here in Celestia. Not one of the best locations to get, but I mean, if you play it right, it's pretty good. I got used to being in this location. I seem to get this one a lot, so I know how to play it in this location. So I'm like, okay, I got a location that I'm familiar with. So boom. So I'm already ready and I know exactly what to expect and when to go. Like when to leave the location. The reason I consider this is one of the worst locations. There's two locations that are actually pretty bad, honestly. With the Countesses and where I'm at are the two worst. The two worst locations easily. But because, you know, the reason is you got to leave this location. That merchant, once he leaves, he will not come back, like forever. You'll never see him like almost ever again. I don't even know why I'm growing all this wheat. That was perhaps not even the smartest move, but I guess it doesn't matter. You run out of very quick this location.
The recent craze.
There we go. See, I'm playing very cautiously because there's this boom. There we go. I've used up all my iron. Now it's time. The only thing I can produce is bows.
I offer you an allotment.
All right, and it's time.
Is available for hire, my lord.
You basically just gotta leave without the merchant. Ideally, you want to have the merchant, of course, so you can sell all your grain and stuff and go buy my maces and leave. But Celestia is one of those locations where you can't do that.
We welcome
You just gotta go when you can go. But it's not so bad.
The siege. This
You can go down here, see where the Countess is actually also one of the worst locations.
heavy wreck. The people.
The reason that they're bad locations is because of the merchant, mostly. You want a location that has a merchant that appears when you need him. Alright, some of the units aren't going back, so I'm gonna grab my boiling oil and figure out why those units are not coming. See, look, those units here don't want to come. Well, see those archers, so I'm like, okay, wait a second. Lost the catapults. So one of the strategies, move my units up, move them back down. That sometimes works and gets the archers to go back into that corner where you want them. Another way would have been to take a peasant and kind of fish them. Do the same thing like fishing the boiling oil, but you fish them back in that corner. right, now I'm all set up. Now it's time to bring my units over and start filling the moat.
All right. When do they start? Let's get digging. Let's get digging. Okay, my lord. Let's get digging. All right. Okay, my lord.
All right, I'm ready to go.
The
Boom, just went in and grabbed it. You did not do a great job of guarding that.
Will surely ruin all that was once rich.
I think she counts on the maceman, which I block off with the battering ram. I prevent those macemen that she has in the bottom right from going back in to stop me from doing that. So I gotta go again. The merchant has left already. Like I was. So boom, just missed the merchant. Now I gotta go. I guess if I waited a couple turns, maybe I would have got them. I could have got that merchant. Nope. Actually, no. I just clicked it to see if it would. Nope. It just passed me by, basically.
The mob. Siege. This castle.
Alright. I don't think I mentioned, but like the way you know, like when there's going to be a revolution in your lands is because, you know, those messages, they tell you, you know, like when it's going to happen, essentially. So I'm following those messages to say, okay, I got one turn to wait, you know, 2 turns or 1 turn before they're going to revolt, right? So obviously I need them to revolt because I'm just jumping from one town to the other. Oh, the bishop and his wandering archers. So, I mean, I call them wandering because, you know, they just like wander around. But, you know, you don't want them to... Gotta be careful, actually. See, like, I think I almost screwed that up. You gotta be careful not to, you know, like, put the archers in there, like, into that bottom left right there. Otherwise, then I'm gonna have to start over, basically. And I've done it before. You just have to go at the top, and you're gonna have to go to the top and do it, like fill in at the top. But of course, it takes a longer time. And of course, these archers are always shooting at me. Like they keep going into that area, keep getting into range and shooting. So I just keep pulling my units back.
Okay, my lord. All right. Okay, my lord. All right. All right.
The county, my troops.
In this case, he has low happiness, so I actually buy some happiness with some ale. If you get more happiness, you can get a few more, just squeeze a few more troops out of a town.
Buy these goods, my lord. Yourself. A band of Saxon mercenaries is available.
Ooh, they got me there. See, the thief stole my crowns. Like, stole my tax revenue. Yeah, that was kind of predictable. I was just like, I saw that coming. I'm like, ugh. You know, I couldn't make it to the town in time. You know, so I knew they were gonna draft everyone out.
You must.
Brother, I am beaten for now, you fiend. But do not count me out. I'll be back, you'll see.
So yeah, I can't draft anyone again because there's nobody, zero happiness.
Yourself. There has been siege in this castle. What started as the people?
At your service.
Good old Baron's gonna save me here, though. As I mentioned, good old love the Baron, because you know he just lets you attack his towns,
Yes, okay, my lord.
and he doesn't build an army to stop you usually.
All right.
So you're just
Okay,
kind
my
of.
lord.
I'm gonna get a nice ripe town here.
At your service. All right. Okay, my lord. Let's get digging. Okay, my lord. 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 All right. Let's do this time.
The count.
Evil reigns supreme while justice and honor are cast out.
All right, I just gotta take out the
world
knight.
is
That's it.
upside down.
Easy
This is a
peasy.
dark day for our noble land.
And I'd have a giant army to do it too.
The people. We welcome you to our. We welcome you. Siege in this castle.
I'm just like, you know what? We're just gonna do it without the battering ram.
Ready, my lord.
Because I mean, because it was gonna take an extra turn,
Okay, my
basically.
Lord. Okay, my lord. Okay, my lord.
So I'm gonna say it now because they're probably not gonna do any. I'm not gonna do any commentary during like the ending. You know, there's like an ending song. Hope you guys enjoyed this run of Lords of the Realm 2. This is the first time I've done any commentary on a speed run for Lords of the Realm 2. If you prefer to hear no commentary, I do have obviously another speed run that's almost as fast as this one. You can watch that one.
This.
My lord? Yes, my lord? What now? Let's get digging. Ho! All right. My lord? Yes, my lord? What now? Let's get digging. Whoa! Look out! Excellent. We'll enjoy this. Excellent. Leave it to us, sir. Excellent. We'll enjoy this. Excellent. Those damn fools. Dig in for honor and glory. Dig in for England. Dig in for the throne. This is the weirdest shit I've ever done. Whoa! Digging! Whoa! Ho! Let's get digging, my lord. Yes, my lord. What now? Pikemen ready. Archers ready. Iceberg ready. Ah! Can I be excused?